As the cosmos spun its ceaseless dance, a call resonated through the stars, beckoning champions from the furthest reaches of existence to the grand arena of the Cosmic Crucible. This was no ordinary competition. It was a contest of legends, where beings of unimaginable power and creatures of myth would clash in battles that echoed through the dimensions. On the eve of the tournament, the arena, a marvel of ancient craftsmanship and interstellar magic, floated majestically in the void, its colossal gates open to the multiverse. Within, the air buzzed with anticipation, as entities of every conceivable form gathered. Some bore the visage of primal gods, their eyes aglow with ethereal fire, while others were enigmatic, non-humanoid entities that defied earthly comprehension. Amidst the throng, a silent observer watched, their presence unnoticed. They were the arbiter, the enigmatic figure responsible for upholding the ancient rules of the tournament. Cloaked in shadows, they bore the weight of determining fates, their eyes reflecting a universe of possibilities. A universe where the line between power and curse was as thin as the veil between worlds. The participants, each representing their unique cultures and worlds, prepared in their own ways. Some meditated in silent reverence, tapping into the cosmic energies that flowed through the arena's veins. Others tested their might in practice duels, their combat styles as varied as the stars above. The diversity of techniques from elemental manipulation to psychic warfare promised a spectacle unrivaled in any dimension. As the first light of dawn crept across the arena, casting long shadows over the assembly of champions, a deep, resonant voice declared the commencement of the Cosmic Crucible. In that moment, alliances were formed, rivalries ignited, and the quest for the ultimate prize began. The stakes were clear: unlimited power for the victor, or an irrevocable curse for the vanquished. As the gong echoed through the arena, signaling the start of the first trial, an electric tension filled the air. Champions from worlds apart took their places, their forms ranging from the elegantly ethereal to the incomprehensibly alien. The audience, a myriad of beings themselves, watched with bated breath as the arena transformed, adapting to the unique challenges set before the competitors. The first trial was designed to test the champions' adaptability and resilience. The arena floor shifted, creating an ever-changing landscape of treacherous terrain, from razor-sharp crystals to bottomless chasms. Each champion was forced to rely not just on their strength, but on their wits and agility to navigate the hazards that sprang from the ground beneath their feet. Among the competitors, a figure distinguished themselves early on. Hailing from a water world, this non-humanoid champion, composed entirely of fluidic energy, maneuvered through the obstacles with grace and precision, morphing their form to avoid every peril. Their performance was a mesmerizing dance, captivating the onlookers and setting a high bar for the trials to come. As the trial progressed, alliances formed spontaneously among some champions, a testament to the complexity of the challenges. These temporary truces were born of necessity, as certain obstacles required combined efforts to overcome, a demonstration of the Crucible's underlying ethos, that strength often lies in unity, even among the fiercest of rivals. The climax of the first trial came with a challenge unlike any other, a puzzle that required understanding the ancient languages of the multiverse. It was here that the intellectual might of the champions was put to the test, with only a handful deciphering the cryptic clues. As the trial concluded, those who advanced did so not only by might but by demonstrating profound adaptability and cunning. The arena's atmosphere shifted as the second trial was unveiled. This time the challenge was not of physical prowess, but of strategy and cunning. The arena morphed into a vast, intricate maze, its walls pulsing with arcane energy. Each champion was isolated, their only companions the whispers of the maze promising victory or defeat. Within the labyrinth, illusions and traps tested the champion's mental fortitude. Phantom adversaries, indistinguishable from real foes, emerged from the shadows, engaging the champions in battles that drained more than just physical strength. The key to survival lay not in brute force, but in discerning truth from deception. As the trial unfolded, a champion from a realm known for its advanced strategic intellect began to stand out. This being, whose form was a constantly shifting pattern of light, navigated the maze with an uncanny precision, deciphering its secrets and outwitting the illusions with ease. Their progress became a beacon for others, inspiring awe and a hint of envy. Meanwhile, a subplot emerged among the spectators. A coalition of beings from different worlds, drawn together by mutual interests, began to scheme. Their goal was to influence the outcome of the tournament for their own gain. Unbeknownst to them, the Arbiter watched, their gaze piercing through the veils of duplicity, weighing the integrity of the Crucible against the machinations of its audience. As the final moments of the trial approached, the maze revealed its ultimate challenge, a riddle that bound the fate of the champions to the very essence of their beings. Answering incorrectly meant not just elimination, but a loss that echoed back to their home worlds. In the end, those who advanced did so with a mix of relief and trepidation, aware that the trials were as much about revealing character as they were about testing skill. As the tournament progressed, the trials grew not only in difficulty but in depth, touching upon the very essence of what it meant to be a champion. The next challenge was a trial of valor, set in an arena that mirrored the darkest fears of its contenders. Here, champions confronted not just opponents, but manifestations of their own inner demons. The arena, a chameleon of landscapes, transformed into haunting visions of loss, failure, and despair. Champions found themselves facing spectral versions of loved ones they had failed, worlds they had seen fall, and wars they had lost. The battle was as much against these phantoms as it was against the creeping doubt within each champion's heart. Among the myriad of personal battles, a story of redemption emerged. A champion, once a villain in their own world, sought to prove their change of heart. Faced with the specters of their past misdeeds, they fought with a determination that surpassed mere desire for victory. Their struggle was for atonement, and with each phantom vanquished, their resolve hardened. The trial of valor brought unexpected moments of vulnerability among the champions, revealing the diverse tapestries of their spirits. Bonds of empathy and understanding began to form, transcending the competitive divide. The audience, too, found themselves moved by the display of courage, reflecting on the shared struggles that unite all beings across the cosmos. As the trial concluded, the arena returned to its neutral state, but the champions remained transformed. They had faced their darkest fears and emerged victorious, not just in battle, but in the conquest of their own doubts. The Arbiter, silent throughout, nodded in approval. The true heart of valor, they knew, lay in confronting one's own darkness and emerging into the light. The tournament reached its zenith as the remaining champions prepared for the final confrontation. The arena transformed one last time into a colosseum of stars, where the fabric of the cosmos itself seemed to bend in anticipation. Here, the champions would face their ultimate challenge, not against each other, but against a foe that threatened the very essence of the multiverse. Emerging from the cosmic void was the celestial behemoth, a creature of ancient power, unleashed by the tournament's arcane rituals. Its form was a tapestry of the universe, stars and nebulae swirling within its vast body. To defeat it was to prove oneself worthy of the ultimate prize. To fail was to doom countless worlds to its hunger. The battle was titanic, a spectacle of cosmic forces clashing. Champions combined their powers in ways never before seen, transcending their differences and uniting in a singular purpose. The behemoth, for all its might, found itself matched against the combined will and ingenuity of the multiverse's greatest warriors. In the climax of the confrontation, a strategy emerged, born of the champions' newfound camaraderie and understanding. With precise coordination, they channeled their energies into a single devastating assault, targeting the behemoth's core. The explosion of light that followed was blinding, a burst of pure creation that echoed through the dimensions. As the light faded, the arena was silent. The celestial behemoth had vanished, its threat neutralized by the champions' collective valor. The Arbiter appeared, proclaiming the champions as victors not just of the tournament, but as protectors of the multiverse. The prize, it was revealed, was not an object, but the honor of their achievement and the eternal bond forged among them. Their names would be remembered across the ages as symbols of unity and strength in the face of insurmountable odds.